skirt support is basically like a cylindrical skirt that is bolted on the ground, and then the whole vessel will be resting on it. Either it will be welded and then or it will be in most of the cases it is welded with the skirt. So it will be something like this. This is the process vessel, and then this is the skirt. And not only it's not basically two legs, it's basically a cylindrical skirt. On all sides, it's basically welded to the process vessel, and the bottom base of this cylindrical skirt is bolted to the ground. So the design means we have to evaluate design of skirt support mills. We have to evaluate the thickness of the cylindrical skirt. Basically, thickness of the metal sheet by which the support will be prepared. Okay. Okay, so the design equations are the method is like whatever we have done for the tall vessels. Only in this case, all the stresses will be evaluated on the cross section of the skirt. Okay, so skirt wall thickness is the main objective of this particular exercise. So we have to find out maximum stress induced on skirt, and this will be induced due to dead weight, attachments, wind, seismic load, etc. One thing has to be noted: unlike the tall vessel calculation, the skirt is not subjected to internal pressure, because internal pressure will be there inside the process vessel, not in the skirt. Okay, so skirt support is not subjected to internal pressure. So the tensile stress will not be present. So what is the maximum tensile stress on skirt wall? That is sigma z tensile is equal to sigma ZWM maximum plus sigma ZSM maximum minus sigma ZW minimum. Why sigma ZW minimum is there? Because it is basically due to the dead weight. Sigma ZW, if you remember nomenclature that we have used in the previous lecture, sigma ZW is the stress because of the dead weight, and dead weight, the stress because of the dead weight is always compressive in nature. We evaluate the minimum, then we subtract. That will maximize the tensile stress. Okay. Similarly, maximum compressive stress is sigma ZWM maximum plus sigma ZSM maximum plus sigma ZW maximum. We add the maximum value in order, and here we subtract the minimum value in order to make the sigma Z maximum tensile to the higher value so that it will be a conservative design. Similarly, we take in case of compressive stress, we take plus sigma ZW maximum so that it becomes a calculation becomes a conservative calculation. Okay. One point has to be noted that minimum corroded thickness of skirt should not be less than 7 millimeter. So if in your calculation the thickness comes out to be 3 millimeter, that means you have to take the 7 millimeter the minimum thickness. Okay, so the bare minimum thickness is 7 millimeter. With the corrosion allowance, it becomes 9 millimeter. If 2 millimeter you give the corrosion allowance. So even if in your calculation if or 5 millimeter, you have to select a metal sheet of 7 millimeter to prepare the skirt support. Now let us look into what are the how to calculate the various stresses. So sigma ZW minimum is the weight of the vessels. So minimum is basically weight of the vessel with two heads and the shell. This is the sigma ZW minimum is weight of vessel. That means including two heads plus shell weight. Okay, so W minimum should be W shell plus W heads. Okay, and what is W maximum? W maximum is WS, that is the shell. Okay, so we can use the same nomenclature. We make it S. S stands for shell. H heads. Okay, WS plus WI. WI is insulation. Take the weight of the insulation plus WL, it is for the liquid, plus WA, it's for the attachments. So when you take the bare minimum shell weight and the head weight, that's basically material weight of the vessel, then it is W minimum. When you take apart from the shell weight and the attachment head weights, you take the attachment, liquid, insulation, etc. Here the WH should also be there. There is a W max. Okay. Evaluate the period of natural vibration based on W minimum and W maximum. So you evaluate period of natural vibration so T minimum should be 6.35 into 10 to the power minus 5 h by d to the power 3 by 2 W minimum divided by T shell to the power half. So here we put W minimum. This is the T shell is the corroded thickness of the shell wall. And T maximum will be calculated from the same expression when we put W maximum. Okay. Now, based on T minimum and T maximum, you select K1, K2, exactly the same way we have done earlier. Okay, and you evaluate the wind loads. When we get the Tmax, using W minimum and W maximum, then you evaluate wind loads for both the cases, PW minimum and PW maximum. Okay, for both the cases, and then minimum and maximum wind moment, MW wind moment, MW minimum is PW minimum multiplied by h by 2. So it is the height of the vessel, and MW maximum is PW maximum multiplied by h by 2. So you can evaluate the wind stress sigma ZWM minimum should be equal to 4 MW minimum divided by pi d naught square T scat. Okay, d naught is basically the outer diameter of the shell, and sigma ZWM maximum should be 4 MW maximum pi d naught square T scat. Okay. Seismic stress. Similarly, you can find out sigma ZSM minimum and sigma ZSM maximum based on W minimum and W maximum. Okay. Then you calculate all the stress and the regarding the dead load stress. Sigma ZW minimum will be W minimum divided by pi d naught T scat. Okay, and sigma ZW maximum should be W max pi d naught T scat. So we have maximum tensile stress sigma Z max is equal to sigma ZWM max plus sigma ZSM max minus sigma ZW minimum. That has to be equated for Fj. From there, here there is only one unknown. Unknown is T scat. Okay, evaluate for that, solve for it, and maximum compressive stress will be sigma Z maximum, sigma ZWM, we take the maximum value of that, plus sigma ZSM, again we take the maximum value of that, plus sigma ZW maximum. Okay, so we equate that with 0.125 E T scat by D naught. Okay, so from here solve for T scat. Compare the thickness that has come from both the calculations. Select the higher one. Then add corrosion allowance. You can add 2 millimeter corrosion allowance. Then select the next available thickness of metal sheet to prepare the, basically to fabricate. That's cut. Even after doing all this, if your standard skirt thickness becomes less than 7 millimeter, then you have to select for 7 millimeter. If it is above that, then you have to select the above one. Okay. So so this is the way to do the skirt design, that evaluate the skirt thickness. Basically, you have to evaluate. Previously, what we have done, we have evaluated all the stresses at the cross section wall of the vessel. Now here will be that means in case of design of tall vessels. In this case, we will take the full height h. We are not evaluating the stresses at any cross section located at X meter from the top. So because the skirt is at the bottom, we will take the full height, and then you consider the all the stresses that have been developed within the wall of the skirt thickness. Okay. So based on that, you equate the design criteria. Maximum tensile stress should be equated to Fj, and maximum compressible stress should be equated to 0.125 E. E is the Young's modulus, T skirt by D naught. So from both the cases, there is only one unknown T skirt. Evaluate T skirt, find out which one is the higher one for the safe. So you cannot prepare a skirt with the two thicknesses. There is no point, because you have to then weld the two pieces of the metal of different thicknesses. That is of no use. So you select the higher one, add corrosion allowance. So then make it and see and check whether the, suppose your T skirt thickness the higher one turns out to be, let's say, 8.2 millimeter. Okay, then you add 2 millimeter corrosion allowance, so it becomes 10.2 millimeter. Then select the next higher standard thickness available in the market, that is 11 millimeter. So in that case, you select a metal sheet of 11 millimeter and fabricate the skirt support using that. The calculation is almost similar to whatever we have done for the tall vessel calculation. Only the stresses should be evaluated at the cross section of the skirt wall. And in your book, there is again a solved problem is there, exercise problem, example problem. So please go through that. You will understand very clearly. If you do your earlier assignment on the tall vessel design by yourself, then design of the skirt support is basically a cakewalk for you. So please go through that and solve the problem and submit it. Okay. If you have any queries, I will be able to answer on this particular lecture.
Sir, could you please share the solution to previous assignments?
Solution.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Debashish, Saurabh, if you have the solution, you can share with them.
Okay, sir. We'll share, and also we'll be sharing the marks with you.
Yes. Please share the marks, because have you got all the assignments from everyone?
So sir, basically there was total 105 students, 105, and we got assignments from 103, and we have also given them the submission status in an Excel sheet, and that is already uploaded in Teams.
So we have also mentioned, I mean, the student names are mentioned who have not submitted. Those who have not submitted.
So those who have not submitted, they know about it, no?
Yes, sir. They know, I think, because we have.
After the grading is done, they should not come back that we have submitted, but you have not received the assignments.
So what we can do, sir, like for first assignment, those two students whose name are mentioned, like they have not submitted, we can separately mention their name once again in a post that you have not submitted.
That much we can, or we can send emails to them.
Okay, sir. We'll be sending emails. Not a problem.
Please send the emails. If you have the numbers, you can call them up. So try all possible routes. And And Professor Ganguly has, so this is the last lecture from my side. I think the course is already over. Professor Ganguly has told me to announce in this class that there will be a test in the next week, and it will be a multiple choice type of test. He will set up the questions, and he will communicate to all of you regarding the time of the test. Okay. And for Saurabh and Devashish, please grade these 3 assignments. Okay.
Okay.
And evaluate them out of 50.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And send the marks in the Excel sheet to me, to Professor Ganguly with a copy to me.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, I have one doubt in this total wind force calculation. Like in the last class, when we are calculating this bending moment for h greater than equals to 20.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. You said the bending moment is equals to P BW, matlab, for the upper part and for the lower part.
Upper part is PUW, lower part is PBW.
So, sir, in this upper part calculation, when we are taking PUW equals to K1, K2, P2, H2 into DO.
Mm-hmm.
So, sir, in this case, what will be take the value of P2? Like in the example,
I think in the example problem, it is calculated through the wind speed, right?
Yes, sir. But in that case, yes, sir. It is calculated using that formula.
The wind speed. There is a formula we call with the wind speed. So
yes,
in your question, there is a wind speed, wind velocity is given.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So use that.
So, sir, for the lower part, what like same pressure
Same
will be taken or other pressure?
You can take the same pressure. There will be marginally any pressure difference in the top part and the bottom part. There will be marginal difference.
So, sir, we will calculate PUW and PBW both.
Both identical.
Taking P1 and P2 equal.
Right.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Otherwise, you have to go to the table given in the book. But
sir,
I think
in that table also, sir, it is like values are given in the range. So, sir, what will
right, exactly. You go by the wind velocity relationship. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Sir, I have one doubt.
Yes, please.
Sir, like skirt are to support the tall vessels,
Right.
but for the time period calculations, like we should also take the weight of the skirts.
Don't. No, it's basically right. In fact, we are neglecting the weight of the skirt, because if you really calculate the weight of the full vessel with the heads, shell wall as well as the shell as well as the heads, the skirt weight really comes out to be very negligibly small. So you do not know the thickness a priori. So if you really include the skirt weight in the dead weight calculation, then it will be an iterative calculation. Okay, you have to assume a value of thickness, then you have to get the weight of the shell of the skirt, then you have to do all this. So in order to avoid that, and in fact, if you could have done that if the weight of the skirt would have been contributing around 40 to 50% of the total shell weight. It is not so. Probably the weight of the skirt will be contributing less than 5% of the shell weight and the head attachment, etc. So that's why in that calculation, skirt weight is not taken into account.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, in last assignment, sir, since we referred table 9.2 for that pressure calculation in upper and bottom part, sir. So, sir,
Right.
is it fine if we take the maximum, as the wind speed was considerably high? It was 150, sir. So if we take the maximum value, sir, and then we calculate it, so will it be fine, sir?
No, if the wind speed is mentioned in the problem itself, then you have to take the wind speed.
Okay, sir. So, like I have done that way and submitted. So, sir, shall I resubmit it, sir?
Don't do that. It hardly makes any difference, because you know that if you know the procedure, it's a just number game. So you just it will change in number. The procedure remains the same. You need not to worry about that.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so there will be a test in the next week, and Professor Ganguly will also intimate you regarding the time and date, marks, etc. Okay, fine. So if there is nothing, we can end this meeting here, class. Okay, we can leave now.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you, sir.